Know her and love her from her time at QVC. Now she has a brand called Girl Next Door, and for the first time ever, a Today's Special Value. Wow. Now, last year we had 3 vegetables that sold out in one area. So this year we made it 4. Excuse me. And it's important to know that since midnight last night when we kicked this off, we have taken over, Jason, how many orders? Over 26,000 for the day. Carolyn Gracie, come in here, pretty lady. Nice to see you.
I love my teddy bear, David.
I haven't worked with you
know.
in this capacity
I know.
before.
I know. I'm so excited, honey.
Oh, we're
Thanks
so
for having
thrilled to have you here.
Thank you all so much.
And I know that a lot of you remember Carolyn from her time at QVC, and she left and came back with her own brand.
Almost 2 years to the day.
And
for the Today's Special Value.
You were always one of our go-to garden hosts.
Well, thank you. I've loved gardening my whole life. Learned it from my mom and dad, my grandma. So last year, these sold out with Pat and I, and then we reordered some, tried to get them in. Those got gone pretty quick too, and then a lot of people missed out. So don't let that happen this year, because we did bring you a larger set. And I'll go through if you want me to do it.
Please, of course.
Okay, so what we've got for you. So last year we had a pepper, a cucumber, and a cherry tomato, and they were delicious and popular. This year, the only thing that's the same is the cucumber, because frankly, David, we couldn't find a better one. It's just the best mini cucumber out there. So you're getting one of those. You're going to get these red Siam cherry tomatoes that are just like candy. They're so good. You pop them in your mouth. So much flavor. Then you're also going to get these wonderful snacking peppers. And these, this year, are orange rather than yellow.
People want to know, are the peppers hot?
No, they're sweet.
Sweet?
Yes, they're called fresh bites. They're sweet, they're crunchy, they're delicious. And then everybody's going crazy over this bonsai basil.
I smell the basil.
Yeah. So it's going to, I want to show you how it comes. I'll show you all of them, but
and these grow inside or outside? Yes,
inside or outside.
Inside.
Yeah. So, but this is your little basil, ready to pick and add to your food right out of the box. But it's going to turn into this big fella this summer in your kitchen. So, David, here's the deal. These are actually grown especially for growing inside.
Okay.
They're bred for that. They're made to stay small, but give you lots and lots of vegetables.
So the more you pick, the more you get.
That's exactly true. So all you need, everybody, you don't need to be a seasoned gardener. You can be a gardener of any level. You could have never gardened before. You could be like David, a foodie who just loves to cook and doesn't really garden.
I don't garden, but I do cook.
And so this is for everybody. So what you're going to do is get for each vegetable an 8 to 10 inch pot, and you want to put some really good gardening soil in there, and make sure that you put them in a very sunny window, because they're going to be growing inside. So if that's not in your kitchen, you could put them in your sunroom or your family room or wherever.
You live in an apartment, a condo, you're bound to have a sunny window.
Exactly. So, and that's really, make sure they get watered regularly, give them some Roberta's Bounty fertilizer, and in no time flat, here's what you're going to get. These cucumbers in 40 days.
40 days?
That's 6 weeks.
Oh my.
From planting them, and they're ready to pick and eat. About 10 days later, you'll start getting your tomatoes. By the way, you're still getting cucumbers and tomatoes. Now, 10 days after that, here come the peppers, and you got tomatoes and cucumbers. So 70 days from planting, you'll get the cucumbers, and the basil's going the whole time.
The basil's going the whole time.
Yeah.
Now, these are annuals, meaning they're 1 year and done, but we have an auto delivery.
We do.
For the same price, you can get them next year in 2026.
Yep. Lock
and
it in.
It's the same price, same vegetables.
And because we don't know from year to year if we're going to be able to get the same thing again. But if you have auto delivery, we can get it for you. And a lot of people got auto delivery last year, and I want to let them know, remember, last year's pepper, tomato was different. So if you get this year's set plus last year's auto delivery, now you're going to have 2 different peppers, 2 different tomatoes, plus the bonsai, and 2 of those fabulous cucumbers.
And you said the cherry tomatoes are like candy.
Oh, would you like to try one?
I would like to try.
Okay,
Which one should I try?
Oh, they're all edible. Just pick one.
Right here?
I'll pick one too. Let's do a little tomato tasting demo. Oh, good. Come on. Happy dance. We're so good.
They're so juicy. Oh my, and I popped a whole one in my mouth.
Yeah.
This is lovely. Now that's the cherry tomato.
Okay, now you try this cucumber, honey, next, because you don't have to peel these cucumbers, y'all.
Is this dip?
Dip. And they don't need dip. You can do a dip. So good, and you don't even know there's a seed in there. You just eat the whole thing like a chip.
Eat it like top of salad.
Okay, now hang on.
I want to try your pepper.
Okay, hold on. Let me just get some going here for you. I'm gonna cut you little pepper rings.
All right, let me try this pepper ring.
Okay. And
now you said these
you watch how sweet they are.
First of all, they're sweet.
So you know, with some peppers, you got to make sure you don't eat the seeds because they're really hot.
Hot.
Just pop the whole thing in your mouth. What do you think? Aren't
so
they so
good.
yummy? Oh, everything's delicious.
But not overly sweet.
No, they're just yum.
Just enough.
So out here on the table, we've got a Greek salad incorporating everything in the set. 2 recipes come with your growing guide.
Oh, now, which recipes?
So you're going to get a recipe for this salsa right here.
You make a chunky salsa.
Oh, I just spilled it. With all the veggies. And then
Still tastes good.
Down there on that end, we have cheesy stuffed peppers. Now, our lovely stylists fill that with like a cold appetizer with a cream cheese, but you can also do a melty cheese under the broiler or on the grill.
Do like a hot cheese.
Then make
like
a little brownie
cheese.
Yes. And those peppers are perfect for that. So,
because remember, the peppers are sweet. They're not spicy.
And, you know, you can do a cucumber. And actually, David, you can have a spa day because these are eyeball size.
Pop them on your eyeballs. And then fresh basil if you're making caprese salad.
And with the basil, honey, just pick a couple of little leaves. And you just pick off as many as you want.
It smells so good.
And then you now I'm showing you my hand. There's your basil. No cutting, chopping required. And you just sprinkle it on your food. And it gives it so much flavor.
It smells so good.
And this makes your kitchen smell heavenly. So, and again, I have to reiterate, everybody, no gardening experience required. Most of the people that have called in today, we have had some lovely callers.
Right.
First time they've ever grown a vegetable, and they had so much success. Then we had a lady who was a longtime vegetable gardener who grew up on a farm.
How about a
she
veggie
loved them
pizza?
Too. I know, right?
Like a garden pizza.
Totally.
Now, have you been to the grocery store lately? Is the cost of groceries sending you back out the door empty-handed? I think a lot of us are feeling that way.
Yeah.
Don't be caught flat-footed. Do it at home.
All right.
Grow your own vegetables at home. Now, you have a caprese salad?
Would you like a little caprese?
I'm crazy for
It's a caprese martini.
I'm crazy for caprese.
And add that little
balsamic glaze.
Balsamic glaze.
And you've got little mozzarella in there.
Yum yummels.
And then
a little bit of that little basil right on the top.
That's so pretty, I don't want to eat it.
And honey, how about some cucumber sandwiches? So
look at that with the crust cut off.
Yeah, and so if you're having a little tea party, a little garden party, a little bridal shower, absolutely perfect. And then here's our salsa again with some chips, you know, freshly made, so much better than anything you can buy in a jar. And you've done it yourself.
You add some olive or avocado oil to that.
Absolutely.
And some fresh garlic and some salt and pepper.
Yum, yum. So,
not to mention onion and shallot.
All right, I'm going to have another bite. And David, you know, with these peppers, you are a better cook than me. But, you know, the seeds are all at the one end, the end that has the little stem on it.
Right.
So, and this one hardly has any in it anyway. Sometimes you get one that doesn't have many seeds at all. But all you got to do, everybody, is just slice some little pepper rings, or you can do it long ways. But seriously, look at these. And this is a snack. This is a snack for your kids after school.
Over 1,000 have been ordered. Now, if you don't have time to make a homemade dip, don't be afraid to open a jar or a bottle because there's no shame in your game. This is, I mean, some ranch dressing would be great with this. Some blue cheese dressing would be great with this.
I think this is the tzatziki. Is that how you say that?
Is this tzatziki?
Uh-huh.
I want a pepper ring.
Yeah, me too. I'm going to copy you again. Can you do another one?
So good. Oh, another Happy Dance, of course. Those are free.
You know, I hardly ever get to work with him, so we got to get as many of those as I can.
Got to get as many Happy Dances in as possible.
Can I show you how to plant one?
Please,
all right, come on over here.
Of course, let's
all
do
right.
it.
So it couldn't be easier.
And this is all indoors.
Yeah. Now, you can put them outside if you want, but they're perfectly fine indoors as long as you have a sunny window. Don't put them in a dark office.
Okay.
They need lots of sunshine in the house. And that's another reason, too, we're sending them zone delivery. You might think, well, if they're going in my house, how come I can't get them right now? And it's because right now where we live, it's too cold to put them in a window. So you want to make sure that you get them in time to put them in that sunny window, so everybody's going to get them according to their zone.
I walked into my family room this morning, and it was a little drafty.
Yeah, so you don't want to put these babies in there. So all you need, again, is a little pot. Now, I've got some really cute new pots. This is one of them, my patina pot. This is a pot that's got a 9-inch opening, so 8, 9, 10 diameter pot is fine.
Yep.
And then get some really good potting soil. This is what I recommend. This is Roberta's organic potting soil called Black Gold. You can get that shipped for free today.
Well, you know, you go into
Right
a home
to your
store
door.
and they have 700 brands there. I don't know what to buy.
And then you got to lug them home and lug them out of the car.
And don't pick them up the wrong way, because your back will let you
right.
know that you've done something bad.
So let's just plant this little basil guy.
Okay.
So he's ready to go. He's just a little baby, but he's a big baby. So we're not sending you dinky. So you're going to be set up for success right out of the box. They're in the Ellie pots. You don't have to peel that off. You just take it out of the little tray. Dig a little hole. You can use a digger if you want to. I just use my hands. Put it right in the center.
Because if you're using the potting soil, it's very loose.
Yes. And then you want to pat it down gently. Add a little more potting soil. Don't fill it all the way up to the top or your water will spill over the edge. So leave about 1 inch of space. And that's all you do. Put this little guy in a sunny window, water him, give him Roberta's Bounty every 2 weeks. And you're going to see pretty soon that giant, it's almost like a chia pet, that giant fluffy basil appearing.
And it smells so good.
Now over here's the size they're going to get. So this is the full size, but remember, just because they get to the full size doesn't mean they stop producing your vegetables. The only reason they'll do that is if you stop picking them.
Oh, now do we need to stake, for example, the cherry tomatoes?
We've got a couple of stakes in this tomato. You can do stakes or a little trellis. Over here, definitely use a trellis for the cucumber, which is a vine. And you can pick those up at any big garden store. They have all that kind of stuff. You might even have them sitting out in your garage. Because these need support, because seriously, look at this baby cucumber right here. It's going to turn into this
they
big.
get a little heavy,
It's going to turn into this big fella.
Oh my.
In no time. So they're a little bit heavy. And every time you see a yellow flower, that means you're getting another cucumber. And you can see these tomatoes are in all stages. You know, there are little bitty green ones to big, fat, juicy red ones you could pick right now.
Can I tell you that 1,400 have been ordered in this presentation?
You're going to love these sets, you guys.
And you can grow these indoors. And if you've never grown a vegetable before, don't let that stop you.
Yeah.
Now, let's take a look at the whole offer again, because it's over here, and we have all 4 plants. We have peppers, we have bonsai basil, we have cherry tomatoes, and we have cucumbers.
Right.
These cukes are great because while they're big, they, by grower standards, are they called babies?
Well, they're cocktail size.
Cocktail.
Yeah, or a mini cucumber, but they're loaded with maximum flavor. And you'll get those in 40 days from planting. So if you typically say you're going to plant May 20th, okay?
Yeah.
So 30 days is, say, approximately June 20th. So by the end of June, you've got these. You've got these.
And then 10 days after that, you've got cherry tomatoes.
You've got these. You've got the cherry tomatoes. They take about 60 days from planting, so a couple weeks later, and then another 10 days later, you're going to get the peppers. Let me show you why the peppers take a little longer, and this is what you can expect. If we could come in here and show this pepper plant. So the peppers start out green. And I know a lot of peppers are okay to eat when they're green. You don't want to eat these when they're green. You want to let them turn orange. But when they first turn orange, they're going to be a little chubby, little squatty guy. See that little guy under there?
Yeah.
He almost looks like a bell pepper, doesn't
Right.
he? Okay. You want to wait till he gets into this shape. That means he's full grown, and now you're going to pick him.
And now you're going to pick
So
him.
that takes a little longer than the other 2 vegetables, but it's worth the wait.
And if you want to cut those long ways and top them with pimento cheese and put them under the broiler, you can.
Yeah, like we did down there.
Or you can pipe it in with cream cheese and fresh herbs. Delightful. This is a lovely garden vegetable potpourri.
Yeah.
It allows you to do everything inside. If you don't have a lot of room outside or you live in a condo or an apartment, as long as you have a sunny window, you're good to go. Now, these are still delivered by zone, even though you're growing them inside in all likelihood.
We'll deliver them to you when it's the best time for you to set them up in your window.
Yes.
Or at that point, you know, and here's what David was talking about. At that point, you can also, if you wanted to, put them outside. We've had a lot of questions. Can I plant these in the ground? I would not recommend it. These are meant to be in a small pot. If you have a veg trug, Jane Brown asked about that this morning. Yes, you can plant these in your veg trug if because they'll do fine outside. But I want everybody that does not have an outside garden space to know these will be fine in the house. That's what they were bred for.
In pots.
In pots.
In
yes.
pots.
Yeah.
I mean, it couldn't be easier. I mean, Carolyn brings Girl Next Door products because she has a wealth of knowledge, but she also knows that we need easy. And that's what this is. That's a garden pizza.
Nobody wants to try something and fail. you know, and you think, well, why didn't you get mad at yourself? You know, we want to set you up for success. And a lot of people last year and this year as well are ordering more than one and shipping them to friends and family, maybe sending